Well, wish me luck. We're going to try to start doing some road driving of my buddy's Blazer. See if it's going to be semi-reliable. Worst case scenario, I already have the girlfriend ready to come pick me up at the D150. There's got tools in it so we can fix it if something happens. So we'll see. Off to town again. We made it into town, so I can run a few errands here at the Ace Hardware. So we're making a little progress. We'll get out and see if anything's on fire. See how this is going. So far, it's driving pretty good, but I'm pretty sure the throttle valve's hung up in the throttle body. It thinks it's wide open all the time. It's shifting super late, and like cruising through here, it's like 40 mile an hour. It's not even going into third gear because it thinks it's wide open. Other than that, it's not driving too bad. Successful trip. No major issues that I can find other than the super late shifting, which I'm pretty sure is TV valve stuck in the valve body. I might have to pull the pan and mess with it, or keep driving it and maybe it'll work its way loose. I don't know. Other than that, it actually drives pretty good. Came home and on the GPS we were running between 65 and 70 on the highway on the way to the house. No issues, drove good. Cruise control doesn't work. Not the end of the world. And it won't go into fourth because, well, it thinks it's got more throttle than it has. But the converter does seem to be locking up in third, which is good. So far, we're doing pretty good. I might get brave and drive it to work a few times this week. We'll see how it goes. Issue, this thing got hot on me out of nowhere. I don't understand why. I mean, there's only a bunch of dirt and mud that was wedged between the radiator and the AC condenser. And that's the radiator. I think she's a little plugged up. Well, there's some of the dirt that got washed out of the radiator. It was pretty plugged up. So next thing I'm gonna do is try to get it over the actual truck over here and wash the AC condenser out and all that stuff. Maybe get some airflow and this thing won't get hot and push all the water out. See what happens. Got it cleaned out, put back together, and I put a little CLR in the radiator. Usually not the best, but it's not much to lose with this one. It had a lot of calcium buildup on the fin, so see there's something breaking loose. Maybe you can save the radiator, we'll see. Today, we're gonna see if I can get this fuel pump pulled out of the Toyota. I made a little trap door and I put the bed on. It just slides up in there just like that. And bolts down like that. Because after we did the cage, getting this bed off wasn't gonna be easy, so hopefully there's enough room I can pull that up and get to the fuel pump. We're gonna find out. We have some success. She's running good now. So the fuel pump wasn't bad. Should have took some pictures. The hose, that's a submerged hose in the tank, it shrunk up and got loose. So what I'm assuming was happening was the fuel was actually squirting all over the place inside the tank, so it didn't have enough fuel pressure. Now, I think we're good. I'm gonna go for a little ride around the yard here to make sure, but I think we're good to go. Progress in the old Blazer. I got some pictures, but I didn't take any video. I added a transmission cooler in there, as you can see it right there, and then the power steering's above it. We changed the marker lights on it in the front because he had some that aren't covered in overspray. We drained the radiator out and put regular water in it to flush out the CLR I had in there. And after it cools down, we're gonna see if it's still full and suck the water out of the overflow or what's going on there. When I put mirror glass in this mirror so you can actually see behind you. But that's kind of where we're at. need to start driving it, figure out what's going on, and if there are any other major issues, but a few other things I got to work on. The Toyota got a weld shock mount back on it that got ripped off, and try to go hang out with some friends of mine this weekend, possibly. So I need to fix that. Need to get the camper in the truck and clean, because it's getting disgusting sitting out here with green stuff growing on it. Get everything packed, and kind of where we're at. Talk to y'all later. that's not good. Looks like combustion gases are getting in the cooling system, so we might try a head gasket in the bottle. Well, here's where the Blazer's sitting now. Looks like my buddy's not going to be able to make the trip. His recovery is getting slower than we expected. So, for the time being, it's hanging out here behind the shop. After I get back from our little trip, I'll start working on it again and get the small little things finished up. And hopefully that head gasket is fixed by the stuff I dumped into it. So, we'll see what happens. But that's the current status on the Blazer. Trip's coming up in less than a week. I've been working on getting my truck and all my camping gear ready. So hopefully here pretty soon I'll have some more videos up. My little flat fender showed up. Started working on that a little bit to get it as a roller, and we went to a little camping / wheeling trip about a week or two ago with some friends. Nothing major, but I might throw a video together of that too. So overall, that's where we are with the poor Blazer. It's not fully out the pasture yet, but we'll get back onto it again.